It is 5:35 on the Edge, 105.1, 105.3 FM. We have the legal landscape for you here. It is a return. And today we look at charities, forming and maintenance. Now, Jamaicans regularly give their time and resources to support initiatives that benefit their communities. And often the projects need the tax benefits applicable to charities to achieve their goals and to continue to be useful to the community over the long term. So as with all things in life, a process must be followed to achieve registered charity status. The rules applicable to the formation and registration of a charity have to be followed if the project is to obtain all the legal benefits. So in today's episode of The Legal Landscape, we will discuss what you ought to know to form and maintain a charity in Jamaica with our guest, attorney and partner at DunnCox, Roxanne Miller. Roxanne, good afternoon. Welcome to The Edge. Welcome to Home Run.
Hi, good afternoon to you and to your listeners.
Oh, welcome, welcome. It's great to have the legal landscape with us again. And it's a good one that you've started off with. I love this topic. As you say, so many persons have had to form charities. And how do we maintain it? So let's go right into that now, Roxanne. How do you form a charity?
Okay, the simplest way to do that is to incorporate a company and then apply for that incorporated company to become a registered charity. Now, it's important the type of company that you form. It has to be a company limited by guarantee without share capital, basically a company that can't issue shares. This is important because the company should not be able to make a dividend payment or any kind of income payment to its principal. It's really important. If it's not that specific type of company, it won't be able to apply for charity. Well, it can apply, but it won't obtain.
It won't obtain.
Right.
So what information do we need?
So the information you need is obviously a name, a company name. All companies in Jamaica have to end with limited. But the benefit of forming the company limited by guarantee without share capital is that you can then apply to remove limited. So that's why you'll see a lot of charities end with the name foundation or association. So you can have that done. Mm-hmm. And very important information you need is what exactly is the charity going to do? What is the object of the charity? It can't just be general, we're out to do good. You need to say if you're going to be some kind of environmental project or educational project, because when you state the object, you have to be sure that they're charitable objects, right? It can't be anything you want. We have a Charities Act, and you have to fall into one of the categories. Luckily, the category is quite wide. There are a lot of sections you can fall into, things you'd expect, like poverty prevention or poverty relief, advancement of education, health, sports, the environment, whole host of things. Once it's acknowledged generally as a good deed, it's likely to be able to be an object that can cause you to obtain charitable status.
Well, you're listening to our guest attorney and partner at DunnCox, Roxanne Miller, is here with the return of Season 4, The Legal Landscape today. We're looking at charities, what you ought to know to form and maintain a charity. Very important. Roxanne, can you share with us how long is the process?
Okay. To form the company, that's not usually too long. Usually within 5 business days, that's done. The charity application, though, it's a little bit longer. That's made at the Department of Cooperative and Friendly Societies, and that usually takes 6 to 8 weeks, in my opinion. So that process is a little more involved, and it will take a little longer.
All right. And I guess I have to ask on behalf of everyone as well, what are some of the benefits of forming a charity?
The main benefits are the tax benefits. So it will be exempt from income tax, from GCT, and one of the main ones is customs duty. That's usually the one that persons are most interested in. Can I import this duty free? I want to do this for a school. I want to do this for a hospital. So the main benefit I find is the customs duty that persons want to benefit from.
And it's important for us to mention these things because some people overlook. And now if you're listening and you're doing a charity, you may realize that formalizing it may actually be of benefit to you.
Absolutely.
I have to ask you, Roxanne, if the charity has employees, the PAYE taxes must still be deducted and paid over?
Absolutely, yes. That's not an exemption that a charity gets. So you'd have to pay your employee PAYE taxes the same way an ordinary company would. That's important to note.
Okay.
That's not an exemption you get.
So if we formed a charity, let's say we've got our charity,
Yes.
what are the maintenance obligations that we have?
Okay. So annual returns. You'd have to file annual returns every year with the company's office and with the charities authority. And importantly, you have to prepare audited financial statements. A lot of persons think because you don't pay taxes, you don't have to have audited financial statements. That's absolutely not true. So get in touch with the auditors and get in touch with them early so that you'll have your audited financial statements ready each year, prepared each year and ready to be filed.
So you're a company, whether you're a charity or not, have to do your auditing and have it done properly. All right.
And very, very important.
Well, I can't think of anything else to ask. Is there anything I've asked that I've left off, or do you want to give us a did you know?
Yes, I would add that the charitable status has to be renewed every 2 years. So it's not like once you get it, that's it, you'll have it forever.
Very important, yes.
You have to file every year because if you haven't filed, when you come to apply for the renewal, they're going to be like, where are these filings? We're not proceeding with the renewal application, in which case you're going to lose all those wonderful tax benefits that could help your charity.
So whether we've made money or not, do our filing, get it done so we can have a renewal of our charity.
Absolutely.
Oh, fabulous. You've been so helpful. Thank you very much. Hashtag did you know still? Or was that the hashtag did you know?
Whichever one you think is better.
No, man, you can give, if you have another one, you can give me. I wasn't sure if that was a last tip for the charity, if that was the hashtag did you know?
Did you know? Yes, did you know? That's fine.
Oh, that you have to file every 2 years, because that I didn't know.
Yes.
Okay, great. Great. Thank you so very much. Lots of information as usual. We look forward to having you next week.
Okay. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Our guest attorney and partner DunnCox is Roxanne Miller with this episode of Legal Landscape. And it's the items that you ought to know to form and maintain a charity. Talk to you next week. Thank you so much, Roxanne.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, wow. I was looking and thinking that that's so much information with the time, but I certainly hope you've enjoyed listening to The Return of the Legal Landscape. It's season 4. Episode 1 was Charities, Forming and Maintenance.